You cannot do everything through Christ who strengthens you, no matter what the evangelical football coach or pastor told you growing up. That verse means something completely different. And it's something that a lot of people are going through right now. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. Okay, so when I was growing up, I heard this verse quoted a lot of different ways. Much of it was really about using God as a genie lamp, right? Where you can do anything. If you have Jesus, if you're a Christian, you can accomplish whatever you want. And that includes, like in high school, winning a football game or getting a grade on a test, even though you forgot to study. As an adult, I've heard people say, oh, this is about getting the promotion you want, or getting the job you want, or having the kids or the family life that you want. You can get it all. You can have a better life than the non-Christians because you are a Christian, because you have Christ. And none of these ways of applying this verse have any connection to the actual meaning of the verse. The actual meaning of the verse requires that you read, I don't know, more than one verse of the Bible. This is a practice called proof texting, where you get one little verse in the Bible and you use it like in isolation outside of its context because you're trying to find something to support your own personal views or something you want to actually happen in the world. This verse, you just have to zoom out a little bit to get a little bit of a bigger understanding, but the broader context makes it even more powerful. Like right before this is written in the book of Philippians, and it's most likely written by a guy named Paul. That is problematic, I get that. But the broader context, he says, like, thank you for supporting me. And he says, like, I've learned what it is to be content with whatever I have. If I've got a lot or if I've got a little. And that talks about like being content with what you have. But it's even bigger when you understand the context of where this is being written in the sort of life story of the Paul is going around sort of trying to start the Christian movement, trying to start little churches and gatherings and stuff like that. And the story that the Bible tells about his life is just really over the top extreme, right? He has been beaten. He has been like thrown overboard. He has been arrested. And that's where he is right now. He's actually in a jail writing this. And so really, when you get the broader context, it's about being able to endure really awful, horrible consequences of doing the right thing, of sort of living the life that you think Jesus calls you to. And when you understand the life and the teachings of Jesus, that's a life that is fighting for justice, that's fighting on behalf of the poor and the immigrant, trying to give more and more rights to all of those people, including women, all of that stuff. And so that's where understanding this verse in its context can give us a little bit of help right now. And that's because right now, in a lot of places in the world, you are seeing the power structures try to perpetuate systems of injustice and increase the unjust side of those systems in policy and in their own actions, and to even justify this sometimes with the Bible and the teachings of Jesus. But obviously that goes completely against what Jesus said. And so to fight against that, to do the right thing, will likely carry consequences. It may even carry the consequences that Paul was experiencing, which is you get arrested for doing the right thing. And so now, when you put it all together, this verse is really telling you that you can be content in all things. You can endure all kinds of really awful consequences for doing the right thing by knowing that you are following the teachings of Jesus. You are fighting for justice. You are, standing up on the side of those people who are victims of systemic, institutionalized injustice, and you are working on their behalf. So the good news of this Bible verse is that you need to actually do the things, and B, those things could carry very negative consequences for you, but you can get through it, right? You probably will not be beaten a bunch of times. You will probably not be thrown overboard on a ship. And even the guy who had those kinds of consequences, in addition to being arrested, that guy got through it because he was holding on to the fact that he was doing the right thing. He was following Jesus.